BISP solution in our sessions of learning FCCS. Uh, let's we will today learn about data form and general input. In last session, we demonstrated how to create a data form and how to pass an entry to entries to general utility. As we will today we will take a next step to it, how we can apply a formula and how we can pass some different types of journal type. They are basically regular, auto, reverse, and recurring. And for data form, these are usually used to input budget, plan, forecast numbers. And basically, these are the it generally creates a grid for entering the data, or we can say just like in Excel or in a spreadsheet, as we enter the data into different cells. So this is in FCCS. This in FCCS we use this term. We use data form for entering the data or inputting the figures. So today we will see how we can apply a formula in data form, and secondly we will see the general input, the different types of general entries which we can pass through general um, entries, consolidation general. So we will go to our home page of our application. Let me first create this streaming, which I not able to generate live to. So this is our, let me once again create this. So today we will know about a data form and general input, how we can enter data into general into data form and apply a formula in data form. Similarly, in general input, how can we pass the create the different types of general input, auto, reverse, regular. Mm. So let's quickly move on to our application. So this is our application. So we are at the home page of the application, and we will go to the data form, and the data form can be accessed through navigation, and under create and manage there is an option called forms. So click on that forms. Under this window we will create a new data form. So for creating a new data form, click on this action and create a simple form. We can create a um, simple form. From here we can also create a form. Let's cancel it. So from action, create a simple form, and from here we can also create a simple form. So let's start with a simple form. Action, create a simple form. So we have a one scenario or the examples in which we have the budgeted figures for different locations. For example, this is our location 1, and this is our location 2, 3 and 4. So which makes the total of the entire organization value of the stock. So similarly, and these are the actual figures. These are the actual figures. So this is the plan figures which we have forecasted or which we are supposed to uh, the stock of the value which we are supposed to maintain, or we have decided that we are going to maintain this stock value at our at the budget rate level, and this is the mm, January forward. This is our variance. This is our variance column. So let's create an form for this stock position. So we will go to the simple form, and the different tabs are available. Under properties, we will give the name of the form, stock value, say, and total stock value as on foreign entity. uh, just by giving this, the queue will be console. There are two, but we will use this console, and we'll move on to the next tab, layout. This is the layout where we will define the POV for the stock for inputting the for entering the data into our stock value of different locations. So the basic idea the point of view are given here, and the second column is the second section is page, and the third one is attribute dimensions, under which we can see a row and a column, which are similar to as a template or a format which we use in our spreadsheet. As we are going to load comparing the or calculating the total stock value for total value, so we will use under row column, we will use the this account member of stock. So for this account member, we will move on this to our row column. So this is the account, and these are the period, and this is our plan. So we will create two columns, January, February, March. So for this purpose, we will take the period under column A. We have located this account under row and period under column, and this we will need this scenario, it is plan and actual. So we will take this into our column section. So here is the scenario, and calculating for one entity. Let's see, we can move this column into entity into under column, and we can move this all this other point of view into our page section, or we can define here itself also. The basic purpose of this form, those which are likely to be changed or frequently modified, we will use that dimensions here in rows and column, and those are those columns which may remain constant for a particular for entering the data, can be kept on the point of view or either at page. So we can move this page into here. uh, we can take this here, periodic. The so now we will define, we can first save the data form first, so that it remain saved in our database. So under first we will go through row. So for account, we are supposed to define this account member. So under account, just click on this drop down, click edit, and under our balance sheet, traditional approach, total assets, current assets, this is our inventories, and inventories, under inventories we have this stock closing, and all these are the mm, children of this stock closing inventory. So we will move this to the right, and after clicking on this, we will use all the descendant of this parent. So we'll click on this, so it will appear on this separate rows. So we have selected our account members. Now come to the column side. The period will be January. We are supposed to enter the data for quarter one for plan. So we will take the quarter one here and drag it to the right hand side. After clicking on quarter one, we will use descendant, all descendant. So all the periods which are falling under quarter one will be placed under this one, and we'll click on OK. The second one is scenario. As our scenario is plan, so just move it to the right hand side, alias table. Click on this, just click OK, and entity. We are going to use the entity. Selecting the entity under total geography, we have total n 1000. Let's select this entity north 102 and shift it to its right hand side, as we have selected north 102 as our entity. And just click on this and just let's save the data which we have changes, and from here we can preview the shape or a layout of the template. So we can just have a quick see. The stock 1 2 3 and 4 is appearing here, and the total, that is the its parent stock closing, is can be seen here. And we are entering this data for January, February, March, that is quarter one, and these are the plan figures. These are the plan figures for entity north 102. Presently these columns are not active. We will make it active. This will be active once we do define all the POVs. So let's quickly enter the uh, point of view. So entity will be entity currency, and this is the first method. As I know the point of view for currency, hence I have written it manually. But we can select this for example, for other dimension movement, we can select it from here. Movement, it will be a no movement, so just click it, drag it to its right, just click same. The FCCS new movement is available here. Consolidation, similarly for consolidation, click on this arrow, total contribution. On the contribution entity total, under entity total there is entity input. We will enter the data under entity input. So this is for intercompany. We will be entering the data for no intercompany, so I have written it as manually. And for local gap, as I know, for local gap and product, since these are not related to any specific product, which are this is the stock which are used for all the products which we are manufacturing, hence we are not specifying for the stock to any specific product. So we will use, let's choose it for the no product, and just keep on saving the data. Year, the year will be financial year FY15. Select this one and click on OK. The data source will be data input. Just select it, and view will be periodic. So we have defined all the POV, and let's see whether let's have a look at the preview, how it appears now. Whether active sales, the sales become active or not. So these are the figures uh, for plan 1 2 January to January, February, March, where we can now input the figure. But the figures are entered not from here, but through data source. As we have created for this plan, we need one more column. So for adding one more column, that is the column for actual, just click on right left click or right click here and click on add column. So the under column B, all the POVs will remain same, but in place of plan, we will use actual. So for actual, so this is the actual figure and save it. Let's take a quick preview of it, whether if it is proper or not. So quarter one, we can see plan, actual, actual. So this is the actual one. So let's close it from here, save it once again, finish the process of creating data. Now we will go to navigator for entering data into this form. We will from navigator under dashboard, click on data. So under data, we can see, yeah, this is the stock value which I have, the data form which we just created. So it's opening our form and we can input a figure for this. So we have 2500, 1200, 1000. Stock 4 is 800. For February, the plan figures for this entity is 3500. This one 1800, 1300, and 900. So this is the figures. For March, it is 4000. For stock 1, 4000, 2200, 1800, and 1000. So here comes our total 10,000, 5200. Here is 4100. We have what? This is 1300. Sorry. So 4100 and 2700. Similarly for January actual figures. Now we will enter the actual figures. 2800, 1300, 800, 1000. February 3500, 2000, 1500, 1000. For March, it is 3200, 3200, 2500, 1700, 1000. So this is the figure which we have just entered, and just click on save for saving the data we have given for plan and actual for quarter one of the year 2015, for the financial year 2015. This is plan and this is actual. So the data has been saved and the total has been arrived here, and you can see the total automatically comes for a quarter one plan. The total comes here as automatically comes here because all these January, February, March are the parents of the quarter one, and similarly the for plan and for actual January, February, March, the total comes at here actual, this one. Now we will just create a variance formula for this purpose. For that we will go back to the form. So this is our form, and this is the form which we have created. We'll go to action, we'll click on edit, we'll go to layout. So we have to create an variance for this, so we will add an formula column. For that purpose we have to add one formula column. So right click here, and we can see we have a number of option here: select member, add column, add formula column, delete column, move column left, and add oblique edit validation rule. So add formula column. So it has created an formula column. We will provide a variance, just, or we can say quarter one actual, uh, plan versus actual. Just save it once again. As we have created a formula, added a column. So on clicking on this uh, segment, under segment properties, we can see the options are available here. So for we can see a option as formula, and under formula we have to write a formula for calculating the variance. So under this column, click on this edit formula, and from formula we have to select what we want to do, whether we have to count it, or average, or maximum, minimum, or we need to create a percentage of total, minimum, mode, variance, sum, subtraction. All these options are here. As we are going to create an need to calculate a variance or a difference, actual, so we will choose this one, variance, and we'll write a formula here. So you can see how I'm writing this formula, because it is important, otherwise it will give an error. For this purpose we will have to first place an circular around bracket, opening bracket, and under that opening bracket we will use this square bracket, and we'll write a, will close the bracket, square bracket, minus bracket, square bracket, b, square, square bracket I have closed, and then we'll put the circular bracket, and we will just validate it whether it is proper or not. As the formula is valid, so it is important. Why I'm saying it is important to validate in, and how to write this formula proper. In case if we write here a minus b in this fashion, and let's click on validate, it will give an error, because the formula which we are writing is not as per the standard, the which it required. Or if we put this square bracket outside, and use this one, a circular bracket here, it will also give an error. Let's see, validate it. So it is giving an error. So it is, therefore we should write the formula in this fashion. And we'll okay. So the formula has been applied. Now we will just click on it and we'll just preview it whether it works or not. Oh, it is giving some error, I think 9600. It is calculating the uh, total figure actually. It has been considering the figure as total. So for that purpose, we will just use under formula. How can we change? Let's see. Let's see whether this work. The form is valid. Let's see what it gives us the result. Save it. Just preview it. So it is giving us error because our formula is not proper. So for that purpose, we will use we will change this descendant and we'll use only the quarter one figure, only a member quarter one, and we'll click on OK. And similarly for this purpose, for actual also, we will use select only the member, not its descendants. So we have done this and let's see whether it has working or not. So we will have to change the formula once again, select variance and just I have copied it in my copied. So I'm just pasted on it and click it validated. It's finding it's working okay. And let's save it. Let's see whether it works or not. So now we can see it is giving us a correct answer, and finish it and save it under data status. So as we have came to our this data status data form, just refresh as we have made some changes in it. See, so this is the variance which we have calculated right now. For plan stock 1, the plan stock value which we have decided for stock 1 is 10,000, while the actual it comes to 9,500. So there has been a decrease. The plan there is a decrease variance of 500. Similarly for other stock also. So in place of 5,200, we have used more plan. We are having more stock value at our end closing stock. Similarly for stock 3, we planned for 4,100, while the actual the stock value comes to the closing stock as on date for the quarter 1 is 4,000, and the average value we can say it is 100. So in overall there has been the stock value has been reduced by 300. So this is the data form through which we can apply the different formula, and there are other options are also available under forms. Similarly, we can add or calculate a data. This one is have to edit it under layout. So this is from by clicking on this. If we want to use the alias name, we can click on this alias and see in place of uh, numbers, we can see the alias names. So this is the alias names, or we can use the member name. So all these options are available here, through which we can change the layout or do some hide that we can hide the dimension name. We can uh, apply this to all row, to apply to all dimensions row, and other things are segment properties is there, display properties where we can give aesthetic value to our data from. So this is for the data form. Now we will move on to our next topic, that is the general input. How we can pass the general input for recurring purpose, recurring and general entries. This one regular, and this is the auto reverse, or auto reverse we can say, auto reverse. So under on this home page we will go to the consolidation general. This is the entry which we passed in our last session. This is our regular one. So general type here we selected was regular one. Now we will choose an general type with auto reverse. So we will just close it and we'll select the correct POV. So in last session we choose the scenario as plan. Now we will choose it as actual, and the other POV will remain same. And we will just click on this right arrow. So it will now the POV has been set as actual, years to 15, period January, periodic, view is periodic, and entity consolidation is our entity input. Now let's create an template, general entry. So we have to pass an entry. We have wrongly passed entry into stationary account, which we are supposed to reverse to rectify, which is going to be passed in conference overhead expenses, but we wrongly passed the same into stationary overhead. So we will first change this one and we'll see how the reverse of it comes into effect. We will use an, it will automatically, maybe we can say, how automatically it will transfer the amount from conference to stationary overhead. So go to the application. Now click on this create. Sorry, we have to first give the prevent reverse entries. So here the general type will be auto reverse. It will automatically reverse the entry. Data source will be general input, and just click on save. Now create. So this line appears under action. From this gearbox, pick the members. So this is the entity. Let's pass this for n underscore 103. Select this one, and account is our this one. just search it. So this is our stationery. Intercompany will be no intercompany. Movement will be no movement. Multi gap will be local gap, and product will be no product. Let's say the amount will be it's 5,000. Just click on save. Product is not a level 0 descendant of the project dimension. Only members which are store type and level 0 descendant are allowed. As we have chosen the parent member here, and that's why it has showing its error. So we will just click on write it here as no product and just save. So it has saved. Now we can see it has showing an variance of minus 5,000 because we have passed only one entry on credit side. So for passing other entry, just copy this row and click on create. Now all the dimensions will be available here of the first line item. So in case of stationery, we will choose the other account member. That is the click on this pick member. So our entity will remain same as 103. From account, we will choose this one, conference overhead. So and all other POV dimensions POV will remain same, and we will pass this amount as 5,000. We will just delete this product because and click on save. So now this entry has been general entry has been passed, and we are using it as auto reversing general type. So under so status here is working. So under action, we first need to scan it whether the entry passed is correct or not. If there is any error or numerical error or there may be a difference in debit or credit, it will show it here. Let's see, we can write it here as 4,000. So through scan, we can easily identify that there is some error. Is general is not balanced by currency USD, as there one or difference of 1,000 is coming here. So we will rectify this. We will correct this amount, and we'll just action. We'll go to action and scan. Now it has given us a successful message. So click on save, working. So the end user has submitting this document. Kindly approve, correction, entry, submit. So the status change from working to submitted. It has gone to its to the manager of the end user. Now he will approve it. Approved. Seems fine. Okay. Approved. So we will just click. He will just okay it. So the reverse entry has been now the status has changed from working to submitted and submitted to approved. Now this entry will be posted. So now see under this while we choose the post, it has asking us the when is to auto reverse this application, this entry. So we have to define in which month this entry will be revised or reverse. Sorry for the inconvenience, as there is a very loud background noise in it. So we will choose here auto reversal option. Means as we are passing this entry for the month of January. Now in the January, in the month of February 2015, this entry will automatically be reversed. Okay, ensure it will get reversed in February 2015. Just and post it. So the entry has been posted and status has changed to posted. Just click on save. So this is our entry in the month of January. The period hour is January and the scenario is actual and for the year 2015, and we can see the general type here as auto reversing, the entry which we just pass. So we will can just click and refresh. We will see this entry in data form in our smart view. Sorry. So actually I have already opened that connected that data form with the application. So from here we will define the POV here, and let's see what are those POVs. So our PO under POVs. So it is a no, this is not our entry. Reverse entry. This is our entry which we passed just on. Stationary overhead. So for stationary overhead, the account number is this all this two, and the our entity here is North 103. Just select it. We are passing it for the year financial year 15. Period is January. Just click just refresh it. So we will have to write. We don't have to give any space between FI and 15. So it has accepted our request, and the scenario is our actual view is periodic, currency is entity. All these dimensions we have defined while passing our general entry. So we are just giving the dimension name here, POVs, POVs for different dimensions. No company, no intercompany, local cap, and product is no product. Just click on refresh. Still the figure is not appearing here. The reason behind it, as we seen here, the output of general entries can be seen in FCCS general input under data source. So for the figures to appear here, we have to change the data input in case of a data input to general input, because we are passing through we are entering this entry through general. So under total source, so this is our general input. We will just place it here and click general. OK, and just refresh it. So this is the entry which we have just passed. We have just passed for uh, pass for the month of January, and we will just take this figure to here. So under data source, so under this data source, let's delete this all this data and all this line and move on this to general input. Now it's take it to the upper side, and from general next level, say zoom out. So under total input and adjustment, now let's zoom in next level. So here we can see under data source, there are the different methods of inputting the data. This is the data input, managed data, that is through DM, supplemental data, other data, general input, and this is for January general input, which we just pass the entry. Now we will move on this period into here. So this is for January month, minus 5,000 and plus 5,000, and go to the application. Since this is our auto reverse reverse, now for auto reversing, it will automatically reverse the entry. For that purpose, we will have to change this period from January to February. So let's change the period from January to February, make it February, and just click on OK and click on this arrow. See, the entry which we passed in the month of February is now in the month of January is now appearing here. This is the reverse entry which we passed. Just we will just click on this. So reverse entry, auto reversal, general input, and you can see the stationary amount which was earlier credited, now it is debited, and conference expenses which is now earlier was debited, it was now credited. Let's take an is sorry, the a screenshot of January month so that it will help us. See, this is our data, general entry, under class. Let's see, use and take a screenshot. In the month of January, it is January, January month. The entry is something like this. So the stationary account is credited here, and the conference overhead account is debited by 5,000. So we will close this January month POV, and now we'll select the February month. February month. Select February, click OK and click on this arrow. So the entry is now available here. So now we can see uh, the entry has been reversed. In February month. Now the stationary overhead has been from credit to debit and conference from debit to credit. So now the just reverse of it is passed. But one thing is here is to be noted. The status of this reverse entry is still shown as approved. Is shown as approved. It has not yet been posted. So for that purpose, we will go to action. We need to post this approved entry. Has this already been approved in the month of January, that reverse entry will be passed for that entry. So it has shown as approved status. Now we will post this entry. Okay, seems good. Now we will post this entry. Action post cannot be performed on the general input with label reverse as the period is not open. So this error has come because we have not opened the period for the month of February. So for opening the period, we will go to navigator and under application, we will click on this manage period. So for January, it is already open. For February, we will open it and we need to take care that the scenario is proper. As we pass this entry for actual scenario, so it must be actual. So just we will just click it and make it open and close it, and we'll move on to our home page. Under home page, consolidation general. So this is February and click on this on our entry. So it is still approved because it has not been posted due to period was not open. Now we'll go to action and we'll just okay, post. Now it has posted the entry and approved the status being changed to posted. Now we will close this and now the status has changed to posted and general type is our reversal. We will just refresh it and we'll see its result in the we can say in the POV. So this is for January. Let's see how we can a convenient view page January stationery. Mm, just move this one to upper side. So this is our stationery. This is for our this is for stationery minus 5,000 and this is our conference plus 5,000 in the month of January. Now let's see this all these figures for February. So we will just change the period and just click on save. See. So in the month of January, the stationary POV shown under general input was minus 5,000. Now in the month of February, it has automatically reversed the entry. So it comes at plus 5,000. And similarly for conference overhead expense, earlier in the month of January, it was plus 5,000. Now it has the general has automatically reversed. So it has made it as minus. So to simplify it, we can just delete all this extra column. Also for conference, conference overhead, delete. Just refresh it. So this is for January, it is minus 5,000. Now the entry is automatically reversed in the month of February. So a uh, plus 5,000. And similarly for conference overhead, it is minus plus 5,000 for conference in January, and for February it comes to 5 So the entry has been reversed automatically, as because we have passed the entry through auto reverse entry. So this is the way through which we can pass the general entry in auto reverse mode. And hope you find this and enjoying the session of learning FCCS. And we will cover more topic in coming days. So till then, thank you. And always you can always reach us to us at our website www.bispsolutions.com. So thank you all.